Nothing there to plunder.
You're in for it now. So much for you, lowlife.
I'm gonna rip you to pieces. Did you run away too?
What makes you think that?
Why would you come here all alone? There's nothing here.
I only wanted to have a look around.
Okay, be my guest. Would you like a piece of meat?
Yes, gladly.
Here, the finest leg of mole rat, according to my own recipe.
So why are you here?
I can get a bit of peace up here. I always feel so restricted in the city.
Don't you have to work?
Everything I need I can get for myself. I cut the arrows, and nature provides the meat.
So you're a hunter?
Yes, if you want to call it that. But I only hunt what I need for myself, not to earn money.
In that case, I'm sure you can teach me something.
Why not? I could show you how to handle a bow.
another of those scummy beasts. One less monster around. You're in for it now. Stop right there, you lowlife!
Nothing there.
You're in for it now. So much for you, You're in for it now.
What's up?
It's been a long time since we've seen a stranger on our land who didn't want to skin us. I hope I'm not wrong about you. I'm Egil, and the strange bird over there is my brother, Anim.
How's the field work going?
Great, if those miserable field raiders weren't constantly destroying our harvest.
Why don't you do anything about the field raiders?
You're joking. Since I've been on this farm, I've killed so many of the beasts that I've lost count. But alas, new ones keep coming.
Hey, you! Who are you?
My name is Anim. I'm one of the field hands, and the half-pint over there is my brother Egil. We've been working here on the farm for Akil for several years.
How's the field work going?
Do you want to help? There's another hoe back there. Grab it and then head for the field. You just have to make sure that the field raiders don't surprise you. They'll tear your arm right off with one bite.
Why don't you do anything about the field raiders?
I've killed more of them than I can count. The only problem is they keep coming back.
Your brother told me the same.
What? That loafer? He always disappears just as soon as the beasts come onto our land. He shouldn't be talking such nonsense.
Your brother tells a similar story.
Ah, what exactly does he say?
That he has also done away with plenty of field raiders.
What? That loser can't even find his way home by himself. Tell him he shouldn't brag like that.
Hey! Your brother thinks you're a braggart.
What? He's actually got the nerve to say that? He'd better watch out or I'll teach him a lesson. Go and tell him that.
Enem is a bit irritated about this thing.
He shouldn't puff himself up so much, else I'll tear his head off. Tell him that.
Hey! I think the two of you should just relax.
The bastard didn't give in, am I right? I'll tear out his guts. Tell him that.
Why don't you tell him yourself?
I'll do that. Not even any gold. I think I'll take your weapon.
Been there, done that.
That's totally obvious.
Tell me that isn't true.
Is there a problem?
No, everything's fine. It would be better if you left now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, everything's fine. I can't talk to you now. Not now. I can't talk to you now.
Hey!
Whatever it is that brought you here, you had better forget it and hit the road.
Hey!
Hey, Yoko! Have you lost your way? Go back to your field and pull up a few turnips.
Just rumors.
Hey!
You're at the wrong place at the wrong time. So I guess that if you want to live,
Nothing's going
you'd
to
better
change
hit the
about
road now. Get it?
Hey!
No.
Is there anything wrong with your ears? Or do you have a death wish? Well, it's too late now.
I'm gonna rip you to pieces.
Hey!
Hey, you're still here. I'll give you a choice, stranger. Piss off or die.
Who are you guys, a pair of jokers?
You got it. I'm still gonna laugh when you're lying face down in the mud. Angardo! Let's get started. You grab the farmer, I'm gonna take care of this clown. You're in for it now!
Hey, you!
I'm gonna rip you to pieces.
You're in for it!
are you, lowlife?
Thank Innos. I thought my time had run out. My name is Akil. I've farmed this humble piece of land.
Who were those people?
Those were mercenaries from Onar's farm. Those bastards don't know anything but plunder and murder. I'd been fearing the worst. Well, thank Innos it didn't come to that. Tell me, what can I do for you?
Nothing. Just as long as you got through this all right.
You're an exceptional fella. May Innos guard you on your way.
I've gotta go.
So long. I really wish I could have done more for you.
Wait a minute.
Have you heard anything about missing citizens?
Don't make me laugh. Heard of them? Some of my own people are missing. Tonak and Telbor used to work on my fields until 3 days ago. And I know exactly that they wouldn't up and leave the farm just like that. And yet they've simply vanished and no one can tell me where they went. If you happen to find out what's become of them, be sure to let me know, will you?
What did the mercenaries want from you?
You don't know that? Onar, the landowner, hired them. They guard his farm and collect the rent for him. And that means they go from farm to farm and take whatever they want. And whoever can't pay gets a taste of their steel.
Baltram sent me. I'm supposed to pick up a shipment for him here.
So, you're his new messenger. Okay, I've already made up the package.
You know your way around this area.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Where can I find Onar's farm?
Just go back down the stone steps and follow the road to the east. At some point, you come to a tavern. From there, you go farther east until you come to the big fields. That's where the mercenaries hang out.
What is that tavern to the east of here?
Ask Randolph. He knows more about it than I do. He's been there a few times.
What is there in the woods behind your farm?
There's just a whole bunch of monsters back there. And the wolves are the least dangerous. A few bandits are also said to have their caves there. Well, they've left my farm alone so far.
I've gotta go.
So long. I really wish I could have done more for you.
Hey, you! Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Why don't you defend yourself against Onar's tyranny?
For us farmers near the city, it makes more sense to stay on the good side of the city militia than to rely on Onar's mercenaries. On the other hand, there's Bengar and Sekub who would rather give up their farms than work for the king.
Where do I find the farms of Bengar and Sekub?
They're not far from the farm where the landowner lives. Go east from here and you'll find them.
Haven't you ever considered moving away from here?
It's not easy to get away from this part of the country. All the land is walled in by a high, insurmountable chain of mountains. The only two ways out of here are the pass to the Valley of Mines and the harbor. Since we cannot afford passage on a ship, and the Valley of Mines is a place of no return, we're going to have to stay here.
What do you know about the pass?
I've never been there myself, but it must be somewhere near Bangar's farm on the high pastures.
Look out for your husband.
I shall do my best.
Everything all right?
Yes, I'm fine. That Alvarez has become bolder and bolder lately. Good thing that's over now. What I could use now is a good drop in the tavern.
You're not from around here, right?
I come from the Southern Isles. At some point they said they needed people in Khorinis because of that magic ore. But when I got there, they had this huge barrier in place, and I didn't want to go in there, so I started working in the harbor. Well, the ships stopped coming in, and so I went to work for Akil. I've had worse jobs, actually.
You hang out in the tavern?
That's right, but not recently. I cannot afford going there anymore.
What exactly is going on there in the tavern?
There's gambling there. Two fellows compete against each other. Whoever can hold the most beer wins. In the end, I did nothing but lose, and now I need to make some more money first.
Who did you go up against?
Against Rookar, that old good-for-nothing. So far, he's beaten me every time. But somehow, I have the creeping suspicion that the filthy swine has laced my beer with gin every time. I suspect he keeps the gin hidden in that damn chest of his, that lousy scumbag. Somebody ought to sneak some plain water into his chest. Then he can lace my beer all he wants. If I only had enough money to compete against him one more time.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing to plunder.
Welcome to the monastery of Innos, stranger. I am Brother Pedro, a humble servant of Innos and the warder of the gate to the holy monastery. What is it you require?
I want to enter the monastery.
Only the servants of Innos are allowed to enter the monastery. If you want to pray to Innos, go find one of the roadside shrines. You will find the tranquility to pray there.
What do I have to do to be accepted in the monastery?
If you want to be accepted into the Brotherhood of Innos, you must learn and obey the rules of the monastery. Also, we demand the gifts to Innos from each new novice. A sheep and 1,000 gold pieces.
Now that's a whole lot of gold.
It is a sign that you are beginning a new life as a servant of Innos. When you are accepted, you will be forgiven all your previous transgressions. And consider, you cannot take back the decision to become a servant of Innos.
What are the rules you live by?
Innos is the god of truth and justice, and thus we may never lie or commit a crime. Should you transgress against a brother of the community or steal our property, you will pay a penalty for it. Innos is also the god of law and fire. As a novice, you must show obedience and respect to all magicians of fire.
I see.
Furthermore, it is the duty of a novice to carry out all the work in the monastery for the good of the community. If you are prepared to follow these rules and have the offering to Innos, we are willing to accept you into our monastery as a novice.
Tell me about life in the monastery.
We live in the monastery in order to serve Innos. We novices perform the work and study the scriptures when we have the opportunity. The magicians watch over us, and they explore the arts of magic.
Hey! Innos be with you. What can I do for you, wanderer?
Where will this path take me?
The path leads to the monastery of the magicians of fire. However, access is permitted only to the servants of Innos. If you want to be accepted as a novice in the monastery, you must bring a sheep and 1,000 gold pieces.
What are you doing here?
I am a magician of fire, a priest of our god, Innos. This shrine is consecrated to him, the highest god, the creator of the fire and lord of justice. People come to me in order to pray to Innos and be blessed. And for a small donation, you can get many useful things from me.
Show me your wares. Bless me.
I bless you in the name of Innos. May the Lord's fire burn in your heart and give you the strength to act according to his justice. May Innos watch over you always. Look who's just turned up. The farmer boy. You're just in time.
Who are you anyway?
That's none of your business. If I wanted to tell you who I am, I'd have done it already. Got it?
What do you want from me? Are you still having problems with the city guards?
I'll give you problems, you punk. I'm looking for a fellow. He isn't anywhere to be found in the city, and these losers here don't have a clue either. He's thin, dark-haired, and he usually wears red armor. As far as I know, he used to be a prisoner in the colony. I think his name starts with a D.
Is his name maybe Dexter?
It could be that that's his name. I'm not sure. I'll probably only know when I see him.
Anything else?
Yeah, you big mouth. Is there something else? I need weapons, I need provisions, and gold wouldn't be bad either.
Gold? We all want gold.
Could be. And what would you do with it? Drink your way through it in the tavern, or blow it in the brothel if I'm any judge.
And you have a better plan, huh?
You would crawl under a rock if you knew all I've done. So none of that cheek, or I'll shut your big mouth for you.
Didn't you find a weapons dealer in the city?
You can't be serious. They only have junk.
Weapons? The mercenaries have weapons.
Ah, interesting. I heard that the fat farmer Onar had hired the boys. Not too bad for a landlubber. Not a bad idea, but I really should pay them a visit.
Provisions? You're in a tavern.
The stupid barman won't hand anything over unless you pay him for it.
Here's 10 gold coins.
You poor sucker. You can keep your dough. I have a better idea. There's a cave not far from here. I've been around here before and I buried my stuff in a few places. The cave is too dangerous for me alone. I want you to help me with it. No big deal.
I've gotten...
That doesn't surprise me.
No one really wants to hear that.
He never would have thought of that himself.
I couldn't get away with that.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
Can't rely.
Do you really believe that?
Who are you?
I'm Orlan, the keeper of this here modest tavern. What are you looking for, stranger? Maybe a decent sword, or a good piece of armor? A good swig from the country stills, or just some information? I can give you all that and more if your coins ring.
Am I being paranoid, or are you staring at my ring?
Well, I'm not quite sure what to make of that.
That's not what I heard.
It's an aquamarine. Ever seen one before?
Yes, I have. Well, welcome to headquarters, brother of the ring. What can I do for you?
Myself.
Do you know that fellow with the eye patch?
I've seen him here before. Nasty piece of work.
I'm not telling you anything.
Back then, he moved into one of my upstairs rooms.
No idea.
Along with a huge crate. He had to be constantly nagged about paying the rent for his room. And even then, he took his own sweet time about it. Then, one day, he vanished. Just like that. Along with the crate. I don't want anything to do with the likes of him.
What kind of armor can you offer me?
I have here a very nice piece that is sure to please you.
I'll think about it.
As you like, but don't wait too long.
How much do you charge for a room?
For a Brother of the Ring? Nothing.
No secret.
Here's the key to the upper rooms. You pick one for yourself.
Is it really true?
How's it going with your tavern?
Times have been better, you know? People's purses aren't as open as they used to be.
Show me your wares.
Certainly, Brother of the Ring.
I agree with you completely.
There's more, believe me.
That's been known a long time.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
Is it really true?
Tell me that isn't true.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
It had to happen sooner or later.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Is the beer any good here?
It's not exactly the best, but in these bleak times, you can't be choosy.
What are you doing here?
Up until a few weeks ago, I was slaving away on the landowner's fields. One day it just got too much for me, and I took myself out of there straight away. Now I'm my own boss. Everything I own is in this chest here. That's all I need, too. Interested in a little contest?
Tell me that isn't true.
What kind of a contest would that be?
I call it bottoms up. The rules are quite simple. We take turns ordering a tankard of the best beer the old geezer has to offer. Every tankard has to be drunk dry so that it doesn't even leave a ring if you set it on the table upside down. The last man standing wins. The loser pays the tab and a steak. Well, how about it?
Maybe some other time, when I'm not in a hurry. Could I bet on someone else, though?
Certainly. If you finally manage to find someone with the guts to go up against me, then I'll bet with you. Everybody pays the same amount into a pot. The winner gets everything. The size of the stake depends on your purse. Bring me someone who dares to go up against me and you've got a bet.
I've got somebody who wants to compete against you.
Who might that be?
Randolph.
Randolph the Braggart. All right, why not? Send the wimp to me and the deal stands. You can pick him up again no more than 2 days later. Who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky and he'll be able to stand by then. How big is your bet?
100.
That's what I like to hear. I'll take your bet and hold it until the contest is over, all right?
Here's my stake.
All right. Don't take too long bringing Randolph here, you hear?
You tell me.
Did anything else of interest happen?
Not that I know of. Nobody tells me anything.
How much money do you need for the contest?
10 gold coins.
I'll give you the money to compete against Rukar.
Really? Thank you so much. I'll repay you soon. If I win, I'll even fork out a little more than that. I'll be seeing you.
That's not what my husband thinks.
That's not what I heard.
That's not what I heard.
I took care of the bandits.
Really? Anyone could say that. Do you have proof?
Should I go back and cut off their heads?
No, I don't think that will be necessary. I believe you. You have done the merchants and the city a great service. Here is the money you were promised.
And it's gonna get even worse.
That's what I've always said.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Let's begin with the training. Hey, you! Instruct me in the art of alchemy.
What do you want to know?
He had better shut up.
Really, how interesting. Don't tell this to anyone.
You can't rely.
And it's gonna get even worse.
I knew that would be a problem.
From me. As if I didn't have enough.
I think this piece of paper belongs to you.
What? Let me see. Okay, let's stay calm about this. Listen, I have resold the goods I got from the bandits. But there's no reason to take this straight to the militia, right? I'm sure we can come to an understanding, can't we?
Nobody ever asks me.
Make me an offer then.
All right, I'll tell you something. I can sell you more than just fish. If you hand me this ridiculous piece of paper and forget about the matter, you and I can become the best of trading partners.
Oh, really? What kind of goods would those be?
Well, I could offer you quite special fish. You see, not just plain ones for eating.
You mean like the one that contained your hidden message?
You've got it. I have several of those. Fish. Why won't they listen to me?
All right, it's a deal. I think we can keep this little matter between ourselves.
Thank you. Just drop in next time you happen to be in the vicinity. I'm bound to have some interesting things for you. Get that from me.
Show me your fish.
Tell me that isn't true.
That's quite obvious.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I can only wait and see.
Nobody wants to know.
Where did you pick that up, then?
Why haven't I heard about this before?
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
There have been all kinds of rumors.
It can't go on like this forever.
Nobody wants to know.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Let's wait and see what happens.
I've heard a thing or two.
Do you really think?
It's as easy as that.
It wouldn't be so sure.
That'll only cause more trouble.
That's quite obvious.
Nobody ever asks
You tell me.
He didn't get that from me.
That'll only cause more trouble.
Who says things like that?
It's really not my problem.
Can't take care of everything.
I brought the package.
Well done. I'll see to it that I sell it. Come back tomorrow.
And he works all day, too.
It can't go on like this forever.
I won't tell her a thing.
You have to feel sorry for
It's really not my problem.
Don't say he really didn't deserve that.
Inos deals out fair punishment.
That was obvious.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
About the weapons dealer?
Show me what you have.
I found this rapier with the bandits. The letter F is carved on the pommel.
And? What else?
That's all.
That isn't enough. That could be almost anyone in the upper quarter. It looks as though you'll have to follow the trail of the bandits and the weapons delivery farther until we find out who's behind it. Maybe you should talk to Vatris again.
Only Inos decides what's right or wrong.
Ever change? I hardly know what to believe anymore.
That was no big deal. It was
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
You don't have to ask me.
To himself.
He had better shut up. These are bad times.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
And it's gonna get even worse. He can't keep anything to himself. He's okay.
bad business.
There you are again.
I've got a few skins for you.
A sheepskin? You didn't go slaughter some farmer's sheep in the pasture, did you?
I wouldn't dream of doing that.
Wolfskin, that's good. Good work. Come see me again when you have more.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
But so great was the wrath of Beliar that he came across the land and chose the beast. And Beliar...
About those missing people.
Yes?
Let me tell you what I know. The farmers have lost some people as well. I have found out that the bandits are responsible for the disappearances here. The leader of the bandits is named Dexter. He is responsible for the kidnappings. I knew Dexter back in the penal colony. He was working for the ore baron Gomez then.
He certainly will remember you. You should be careful. I think you're on the right track. Just carry on.
About this weapons dealer.
Can't rely on that.
Where did you pick that up then?
And Beliar gave unto it a bush so that it might destroy the land. And Enos beheld what Beliar had done.
Don't tell this to anyone.
He can't keep anything to himself.
But that's terrible.
That's an open secret.
I wouldn't have
That's
done
not what my husband did.
Hey, you!
I'd have gone about it differently.
The bandits that were occupying your lighthouse are gone.
Is that really true? Finally, I can get back to my work. Come with me to the lighthouse.
Nobody ever asked.
You get an incredible view of the sea up there.
Nobody ever asks me.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
Who said that?
Hey, you! Let's begin with the training.
And Beliar spoke to another creature, but Adanos brought forth the tide.
Hey! I'm looking for new recipes for potions.
Do you have any previous experience with alchemy?
Yes, I do.
Yet you are still alive. Those aren't bad qualifications. I think I can tell you a few formulations. It depends, of course, on what you want to know.
What recipes can you teach me?
I know a few. Make your own choice.
Halt! Only the citizens of the town and the king's troops can get into the upper end of the town.
I'm a respected citizen of Khorinis. Let me pass.
Whatever prompted the masters of Khorinis to let you sign on as an apprentice, I don't want to know about it. You may enter, but behave yourself. Otherwise, you'll have the worst trouble in your life.
What's your business here?
Take your paws off that.
Ah, you again. So, you actually managed to get into the upper quarter. There are some things you must heed here. Otherwise, you will wind up outside as fast as you got in here. You're only allowed to enter the merchants' buildings. You can recognize them by the signs over the door. Just so there are no misunderstandings. The other buildings belong to important citizens. There is nothing there for you. The important citizens of this town live in this quarter. So treat them with respect. Do we understand each other?
Sure. Where can I find Lord Hagen?
He's in the town hall, at the end of the upper quarter. But you will not be admitted there without a good reason.
Has anything exciting happened lately?
Yes, that they let someone like you in here. Such a thing hasn't happened in ages.
I'll never get this open without the right key. I'll never get this open without the right key.
What are you doing here?
What do you think, huh? I'm a gardener. I take care of the garden.
You're pretty much by yourself here, aren't you?
Yes, and it should stay that way. I'm glad that I have some peace here. Once, they wanted to send me to the penal colony because I did some guy in. But Larius, the governor, needed another gardener, and so I could stay here. Over time, this garden has become my home, and I'm content with that.
Are you growing herbs as well?
A few. I'm growing fireweed and fire nettles. I also tried swamp weed, but that doesn't really thrive here. Well, I just harvested. So if you want to buy something.
Show me your wares.
So what was your business in there, huh?
Hey!
Get that from me.
Did you sell the wares then?
Yeah, but for less than I thought. I only got 300 gold pieces. Part of that goes to my employers, and Cardiff gets his usual percentage, plus the gold for your commission, which leaves a total of 240 gold pieces. We'll split those as agreed. Here's your part. You did good work. I've passed that on to my employers. What comes of that is out of my hands.
Hey you, come over here. I've got something for you. There's a fellow here who insisted on talking to you. Since you weren't here, he told me to give you a message. He wants to meet you, behind Halver's fish shop. This piece of information is free, but that's an exception, kid. Anything beyond that will cost you.
What did the guy look like?
I could tell you that, but you need to pay for it, my friend.
That's nothing new.
I've heard a thing or two.
As if I didn't have enough.
Hey, you!
Ah, finally. I've been waiting for you, stranger.
Who are you, and what do you want from me?
That isn't important. What is important is what you've done. You have remained loyal, even if you weren't aware of it. Some benefactors have become aware of your loyalty, and they are offering you a chance, so use it.
Hey, just tell me why you're here.
I have a gift for you. Everything else is up to you, stranger.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I'm called Attila, but is my name important? Our names are meaningless. You should know that best, stranger.
Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing there.
Of Khorinis. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. From this moment onward, Lord Andre will take the supreme command.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
Citizens of this city who have martial skills at their disposal are herewith urged to join the royal militia.
Hey, what are you doing down here? There's nothing here for you. So, out with it. What are you doing here?
Attila gave me a key. That's why I'm here. So what do you want of me?
Wouldn't you like to know? Keep your cool. Go see Cassia. You're expected.
Have you lost your way? I don't think this is the right place for you. If anything happens to you here, no one's going to help you. So be careful. Listen, you can't be serious, can you? You're begging our gold. You're trying to steal from us.
Don't get all worked up over a couple of coins. I mean, this bit of stuff here, is that all of your booty? That's all the Thieves' Guild of Khorinis has to offer?
Who says our booty is stored down here?
I couldn't quite believe that either. So where did you hide your treasures?
In a very safe place.
I see.
All right, you can keep the gold, but I'll keep an eye on you, so don't overdo it.
I see you received our gift. I'm Cassia.
All right, Cassia. So tell me why I'm here.
You caught our attention by winning the trust of some of our friends, and we want to offer you a chance. You can join us.
Tell me about your organization.
People in town are pretty nervous about us, but nobody knows our hideout. The handful of people who even know that the sewers exist believe that they are locked and not accessible to anyone. As long as they don't find us, we can work in peace.
What do you know about the missing people?
Why would that interest you?
I want to find out what happened to them.
When you emerge from the sewers, swim down along the coast to the right for a while. You're bound to find your answers there.
What's in it for me if I join you?
You can learn special abilities from us. Abilities that will allow you to live in luxury.
But I wouldn't have to hide out down here, would I?
No. You only have to stick to our rules. That's all.
What are your rules?
The first rule is, you don't breathe a word about us to anyone, ever. Second, don't get caught. Third, if you draw your weapon down here to attack someone, we'll kill you. And the fourth and last rule is, those who want to join us have to prove themselves.
What happens if I get caught?
Just don't get caught, okay?
How am I supposed to prove myself?
Now, will you join us or not?
What can I learn from you?
Jesper is the master of stealth. He will show you how to move without making a sound. Ramirez is an exceptionally gifted burglar. No lock can withstand his picks. And I can teach you how to be a pickpocket. I'm also going to help you become more dexterous, for dexterity is the key to your abilities.
Okay, I'm in.
Great. You'll be given an opportunity to prove yourself. And if you want to learn from us, you're welcome.
How am I supposed to prove myself?
That stubborn old alchemist, Constantino, has a beautiful ring, but he doesn't really need it. I want to see it adorn my hand.
I've got Constantino's ring.
Congratulations. You passed your initiation test. Now you're truly one of us. Take this key. It opens the door to the hotel. Then you won't have to swim every time. Furthermore, you should know that we have a secret sign, a particular nod. Exactly. When you talk to the right people and make this sign, they'll know you're one of us.
So where are you hiding your loot?
Come on, you didn't really think I would tell you that. You'll have enough opportunity to get your hands on some loot of your own. Remember, those who are too greedy end up with nothing.
Have you got a job for me?
Yes, there is a matching set of chalices. 6 of them. King Robar once captured them during a campaign, but he sacrificed many men so he could get them. That's why they're called the blood chalices. Each of the chalices by itself is not all that valuable, but the 6 of them all together are worth a tidy sum.
Where are these chalices?
They're here in town. They belong to the rich merchants in the upper quarter. Bring them to me. In the meantime, I'll try to find a buyer for them.
What's in it for me?
Either half the profit, or you get to pick a special item from my booty.
Can you teach me?
Sure, no problem. Just let me know when you're ready.
Look at you. Where do you come from, huh? I know. You don't have to tell me. I know everything. Just don't even think of stealing anything here, got it? We can't afford drawing attention to the hotel.
I've got your silver.
Really? Here, take this as a reward. It's the very last drop.
And the sea released the land, and there arose all creatures, trees as well as animals, wolves as well as
Wouldn't be so sure.
Hey, you!
There you are again.
I think this bow belongs to you.
My bow? Where did you find it?
In a dark hole full of rats.
I hope you didn't get into trouble.
No, I've done this kind of thing before.
Thank you anyway. I owe you for this.
I met Valentino.
And?
I gave him a sound beating.
He deserved it. Here. I found this ring on him when our little disagreement had been settled. You're welcome to pass it on to the next person who beats him up.
He never would have thought of that himself.
And Beliar spoke to another creature, but Adanos brought forth the tide, and the creature was washed from the face of the
Valentino was unable to pay his bar tab last night. He was blathering something about having been robbed and paying me later, obviously. Really?
And what did you do?
Well, I gave him a good thrashing. What else?
Here, take this ring.
What? I don't understand.
It used to belong to Valentino. You're welcome to pass it on to the next person who tans his hide.
But the human and the beast waged war upon the land of Adanos, and the wrath of the gods was with them.
It's terrible. Don't tell this to anyone.
These are bad times.
Someone's gonna do